do you grow a business to 7 figures? Sometimes that number seems so far out there, but how do you build a business that makes 7 figures year after year after year and keeps on growing? Let's find out. Growing businesses is one of my favorite things to do. And on this channel, we talk a lot about building businesses, growing businesses, buying real estate, and creating wealth. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that thumbs up button, and join our family of entrepreneurs that making a difference. Also, smash that bell notification so you get notified every time we do a video. This video is brought to you by our free business startup checklist. So as you're growing your business, you don't miss those little elements you need in order to expand to this 7-figure finish line. Let's figure out how to really dive in to a 7-figure business. What is the DNA of a 7-figure business, and how do you create it now? Building a business is not a mystery. It's not this cryptic thing we don't understand that we don't really know how to do. Building a business has been proven by person after person after person and business owner after business owner after business owner that there's only a few things you need to focus on: getting business and managing business. Now, when you move into the getting business category, here's what you have to understand. There's only 3 people that will ever give you money: new customers, current customers, and dormant customers. So when you're building a company, you have to think about these 3 things. Every one of those people have a different psychology of giving you money. Because in business, you have to ask the question, who has my money? Where is my money and how do I go get it? And that's what you have to think about as a business owner. And really the question you're asking is, who is the ideal person that would get the most value out of my product or service? And the more value you add to them, the more money they're going to give to you. But in that pursuit of those customers of getting business is 3 different people. It's people, new customers. These are people that have never given you money before. They've never given you money. And nothing in business is more expensive than the acquisition of a new customer. Getting new customers is the most expensive thing in any business. The second thing is current customers. These are customers that are currently in your business and giving you money for your product or service. And then the third customer is a dormant customer. This is somebody who hasn't given you money in the last 12 months and has kind of gone by the wayside and isn't engaging your company that we could re-engage. Now again, each of these customers have a different psychology. And let me explain what you need to know when you're growing a business to attach to these 3 people. The first thing, when you're dealing with new customers, they're asking the question, why should I choose you over every other option in the industry, including doing nothing? That's a question I got from Dan Kennedy at an event one year, and I believe it's one of the greatest marketing questions that's ever been asked and ever been given to us as business owners. So a new customer is asking, why should I do business with you instead of somebody else in the industry, another competitor, including doing nothing? So why should I engage your business, whether it's somebody else, and why should I do this instead of just going about life and not doing it at all? A new customer in all of your marketing to new customers needs to answer that question. Why they should choose you, what separates you from the customer database or the competitor database that's in the industry, and why are they gonna choose you instead of just not engaging a company like you and not even doing it, try to do it themselves. You know, the contractor industry, when Home Depot came out with the "you can do it, we can help," contractors hated that. They don't want people doing it themselves. Contractors want people calling them for their business. So you have to give them, why should you call me as a contractor rather than just do your own tile floor or do your own painting or do your own plumbing? Why should you just figure out how to do it on your own instead of call me? So you have to give customers a reason to engage with you. Again, you want to get to that 7-figure finish line. This is the DNA of a 7-figure business. They know what it takes and how much it takes to acquire a new customer. And a new customer needs that question answered in all your marketing. Why should I do business with you instead of your competitor, including doing nothing? Why should I do that? You have to answer that question. And when you're dealing with a current customer, this is somebody that's giving you money currently. The question is always, if I have a customer inside of my service and my product, what else could I sell them? The easiest customer to acquire is a current customer. It's a customer that's already paying for you. They've already made the decision investing in your company and paying your company for whatever it is the right decision. But the question is there another product we can sell them? We've sold them Coke, but maybe they also like Diet Coke. We've sold them this car. You know, if I'm Chevy, I've sold you a truck, but you know, you've got a teenage daughter, maybe she wants a car. The idea is that I've got something else I can sell a current customer. It can also be a VIP Ascension line. Let's say you own an HVAC business and you've come in and fixed the furnace, but you're going to put them on a $79 a month maintenance program where you come in and you check the filters and you make sure it's running correctly. You check the thermostat, make sure it's all programmed right. And once a month, they get a visit. And for $79 a month, you're creating a RMR, recurring monthly revenue section of your business and an option for a current customer to engage yet another service. Remember, have you ever checked out at Amazon? You're buying something on Amazon. What do they have right below? People who buy this often buy this. Amazon does this. They understand that when you're buying, a video camera like we're shooting this with, you might need a tripod, you might need mics, you might need lights, you might need a green screen. What are you going to need for all of your video equipment? So they suggest more things to purchase. It's the same thing with a current customer in any business. When a website, if you're building websites for somebody, okay, great, you built a website. Do you also need all your emails and your email support built? Do you need hosting? Do you need monthly website maintenance? It's the idea that I have another thing I can sell a current customer, because that's the lowest hanging fruit, lowest hanging money in any business is current customers that are already paying you. And then the third customer is a dormant customer. This is somebody that provided, they took advantage of our business and services a while ago, but they really haven't been around in a while. So the current customer has the psychology of, I'm doing business, but why should I engage with you deeper? I'm already engaging. Why do I need this other thing, right? A dormant customer has the question of, why should I come back? Why should I come back and re-engage? So one of the things you want to look at in your dormant customers is why they left in the first place. And when you see dormant customers going out the back door, or you see customers going out the back door and becoming dormant customers, you want to ask the question, why are we losing customers? Is it because we don't have another thing for them to buy? Is it because they just didn't get great customer service while they were inside of our business? Is our product not that great? So we have to understand, why are they becoming dormant customers? And then with another service, we have to come back to them and say, this is why it is valuable for you to re-engage. And a lot of times with dormant customers, often there's a discount or some sort of value lowering to get them back. Say, hey, usually it's this, but if you come back as a dormant customer, come back to our family, then you can get this at 20% off. My wife's a naturopath and owns a naturopathic practice, and she has every year, she has what's called current clients, and after a year, they are no longer a current client. To do an initial appointment with her is a certain price. To do a follow-up appointment is lower. And as long as you're a current customer, that price is lower. So when somebody's year is about to end up and they send them emails, hey, just to let you know, you're about to slide back into a new customer again, and it's more expensive to get back in. So you might want to get in and see us to make sure that you stay in the value and continue to be able to have access to Dr. Leanne and get help without having to bump up to that higher price. This is a campaign to shut that back door and not allow a current client to become a dormant client. So again, 3 customers in business: new, current, dormant clients. The more you focus in there, the more you focus on that, the more your revenue goes up. But let me tell you, one of the biggest mistakes 6-figure companies make that 7-figure companies don't is they understand the different psychologies of those customers. Most people use the same marketing and they don't understand that each person needs a different kind of marketing. And that's why a lot of times people stay in the 6-figure, because they don't understand. They're spending all their money trying to get new clients, which is great. You need new clients. Missing the fact that there's a lot of money sitting right on your table with current and dormant clients. So again, understanding there's different aspects to those 3 people, but you have to get business. And not only when you get business, you have to have both sales and you have to have both marketing. Sales and marketing is different. Marketing says, this is our business, you should buy. Sales is me actually asking you to give me money. So it's a different process. So marketing would be like running an online funnel and having Facebook ads and Instagram, LinkedIn ads, and saying, hey, if you opt in here, I'm going to give you this free gift, and then I'm going to offer you something. That's marketing. But then that they might get a free training and a free webinar where they're watching the webinar. At the end, you make them an offer to buy something. That's sales. So marketing is broad scope. This is who we are. This is why you should buy. Sales is asking somebody for money for a specific piece of value. So when you're getting new business, you have to understand the difference and make sure you have both. A lot of people have marketing and are just running Facebook ads straight to a website and wonder why they're not getting any sales, because they don't have a sales machine. They have a marketing machine, but nobody's asking them for money. So again, taking a $250,000 company to a seven-figure, $1 million plus company, and even maybe an eight-figure company, the biggest difference is they know there's 3 different clients and they have a marketing engine and they have a sales engine. That's a big, big, big difference of getting clients. So now we've gotten those clients. They're ours. But managing business is a whole nother ballgame. Managing business, this is after somebody's given you money. Managing business has a couple different elements. The very first of managing business is your leadership team. You've got to build a team that is really good in the roles you need. You need somebody for customer service. Maybe you need a front desk lady if you're a brick and mortar, or maybe you need a customer service representative, or maybe you need HR, or maybe you need an operations, or we have a content manager. So who do you need on your team that can actually manage the customers once they're in and make sure they have the greatest experience ever? So number one of managing business is building a team that's really good at what they do. And building a team, the biggest strategy for building a team is the first thing. It's like, I always liken it to a bus stop. If you're on the bus, at every bus stop, door opens, people get off, people get on. The first thing you need to get people off your team that aren't doing a great job, and this is for contractors as well and employees, and you need to let people on the bus. But here's where most people stop. They get the right people on the bus and they're like, great, we got our leadership team. There's one step you got to do. Now you got to get people on the right seats. That means you've got to get people operating in their area of giftedness. You might have somebody who's on the sales floor and they're selling like crazy. They're amazing at sales. So you promote them to sales manager. Awesome. Man, they're going to manage all the salespeople. That's not their gift. They're good at sales. They're not great at managing salespeople. They're great in front of customers, and we promote them out of their level of giftedness. So again, that's where having a leadership team and making sure they're in the role they're gifted is really what's going to skyrocket your company. Again, 6-figure to 7-figure, most likely you're not going to do that alone. You're going to have a team, and that team is going to have to slide into their area of giftedness. So the first thing you got to do is you got to build a team. The second thing you got to do is you got to make sure customers have a great experience. You really should have a customer concierge or a customer service representative making sure every step of the way that customer has their questions answered. And this doesn't matter if you have an HVAC company, a pool cleaning company, an online marketing and coaching company, a real estate company, a brick and mortar fireplace company. It doesn't matter. You need to have somebody along the customer journey making sure every question's answered, and to make sure they know exactly where they're going. Every time we go to church, my wife and I walk into church and there's a greeter there. Hey, welcome to church. It's great to have you. And then there's somebody else. You guys know where you're going? So when new people get there, they know exactly where to go. Okay, yep, you're gonna go straight through there. If you want to sit up in the balcony, or there's the stairs. But if you want to sit down on main level, you're gonna go through those doors, and there's seats there. There's also people in there to help you find seats if it's getting a little full in there. So then you walk in, and then so they hand you off to the person that says, oh yeah, you're looking for a seat. I saw 2 seats over here because my wife and I are together. Yeah, here's a couple seats, and they get you sat down, right? They're managing the customer experience. They call that from floor to door, or from door to seat, right? From door to seat. And so it's the idea of when you cross the door till you get in your seat at church. That's kind of the idea of making sure the customer journey or the member journey is good. It's the same thing in business. If you want to go from 6-figure to 7 figures, you want to manage that customer journey and make sure they feel like they have a tour guide through the entire experience. The number one thing that will lose customers for you is when you take their money and they don't hear from you very much. They don't like that, unless it's a product where they bought a soda and they don't expect for somebody to call them. However, if I was selling products like that, I'd have something where they could opt in for a monthly subscription so I could get their contact information and make sure they're loving the product and how can we serve them? Do you need anything else? And if I had side products, let's say I have a soda company and then I also have food that goes with it. Oh, you know what? We can send you some food. Again, I'm managing that customer experience, right? So first of all, you got to build your team. Then you have to manage that customer experience. And then you have operations. Operations is kind of what makes the wheel turn. So a customer comes in, who makes sure that the front desk lady is trained and has everything, who makes sure that that customer service manager is doing that, who makes sure that the product or service gets delivered timely, who makes sure that this customer is satisfied and successful and really excited about doing business long term. That's the operational side. That's why you have a COO in a lot of bigger companies, a chief operations officer. They manage the operations. So when somebody comes through our door, somebody has to be managing the entire inside. Sales and marketing, getting customers, that's all outside the door. That's what gets people through the door. Then the operations manager is what manages the service inside the door, right? And that's why it's really, really important to have an operational understanding of business. So let's say you're making, $200,000 a year and you want to go to 7 figures. You have to reshape the way you get customers. You have to reshape the way that you manage customers and manage the business. No business over 7 figures that continues to grow and stays there doesn't do these things. So you want to get there, this is how you get there. But we also want to give you a free gift today. We have a free business startup checklist. And even if your business is already started up, this is a great thing to read through because a lot of people that have started businesses, there's a lot of pieces, ingredients to the recipe that they don't have there. And we've put it in an ebook for you. Want to give it away for free. So go down into the description, click that link, and you can take that video. And we have a lot of videos on our channel about business and success and making sure you can take your life and business to the next level. So make sure you check those videos out. I'll see you in the next one.